Hello everybody, it's Nick here. Just want to do our weekly outlook quickly. A few pairs that are on my watch list. Um, and we have like almost some setups somewhere. We had also some intraday setups on some of the pairs. I'm talking more about the filters using the 1 hourly, 4 hourly charts at least. So let's go for the let's start with the GBP New Zealand dollar weekly chart. And yes, we have a big 1, 2, 3. We get the bounce on the 36. Price moved up a lot, and now it looks right now, yes, like a long 1, 2, 3, and it could also be because of the resistance, like a short 1, 2, 3 from down here, right? So just do the filter. Usually, what happens if your chart looks like this, we don't have a clean direction at that point anymore. So we had the break of the 36. We have a little bit of support here on the daily chart. If we switch to the 4 hourly, you'll see this is the break of the trend line. Yeah, it's also this big 1, 2, 3 on the higher time frame. It looks short because the price is creating this 4 hourly short 1, 2, 3. What we don't like about this is the fact that the price is stuck here between support resistance. We have the 200 EMA there. We have a lot of trouble here. We have the 633. It looks short, but we really need a good setup below our 223 line for intraday trades, and then target the 633, which is also like horizontal support, right? If you look at it, we have all those lows in this area. Sorry, down here, the 633. So now if we want to take this and we have enough volatility, we need from here set up so we can target this area, which is 500 pips away, which about 150 pips away. On the 5-minute chart, as you can see, with the only 1, 2, 3 setup we got was exactly below here, almost retracement back to the 36. What we don't have yet is an entry. Why not? Because price did break the 2 to 3 line, but the second candle did move a little bit lower. What we also are not too happy about is this: we have a lot of horizontal support in this area, so an entry down here would be kind of a confirmation, but we have also lack of volatility. You see, usually what we want is a 1, 2, 3, and then we want price to immediately move up or down. Here we have a 2 to 3 line break, and then now we have like 15 minutes, not much movement. So you need to see the price actually moving lower, breaking this low here, and then you have an entry. The problem is it's 7 p.m., which is like 5 p.m. London time. The market is not as volatile as we would like to see it. So it's up to you if you want to take the trade or not. It's an intraday trade in combination with a 4 hourly chart. Okay, GBP Australian dollar, we have this wedge. Daily is down. We have a little bit of horizontal support on the daily chart. We had a reach on the 4 hourly chart. We had a retracement back to the 12, which on the 1 hourly was the 36 EMA. And with some people, we did the analysis earlier today. You could here easily see the point where we have the break, and then on the lower time frames there was a 1, 2, 3, and this is a very good example for a difficult setup, not easy to spot because price gives us those 1, 2, 3s, but they are above the 200 EMA, and we want the price to break the 200 for entries, right? So here have your 2 to 3 line break candle, but it's closing over the 200. So what we need is the price moving lower, not only closing below the low, but also being below the 200. So this is actually where the entry happened. This is something you have to get used to, right? We have general rules that say, okay, we would like to see an entry below the 2.2 and 2.3, yeah, somewhere here. If on a 5-minute chart, however, we don't have big enough candles, sometimes the entry appears lower than 0.2 and the 2 to 3. That is okay if price is becoming volatile, right? It's just it's not that conservative anymore. You can extend the line, ended up like here, and then price went down with a stop of about 30 pips, create your win-win scenario, and it's still moving lower, right? So what you want to do is monitor this whole thing on the 4-hourly chart, and later on, of course, on the daily, to target the new low, the previous low, which is about 240 pips away, or in extension the 200 EMA with some previous higher points coming from July. That means this could end up, if we have volatility, be a 400 plus pips trade with a very small stop. Yes, so good luck to everybody here. If not, wait for another setup, meaning a filter, a 1-hourly or 4-hourly, 1, 2, 3, back to the 36, right? USD Canadian dollar is still retracing because of this funny support line being below the 36 EMA. Ideally, I would like to see retracement really back to here in a nice smooth move, and then looking for bounce. In between, I just don't like the support and resistance in this area, so not interested. Yeah. New Zealand dollar yen, we wanted this 1, 2, 3 and the break didn't happen. So if we check our 1-hourly chart, the long scenarios are over. We had a retracement back to the 12 on the 1-hourly, so it's not beautiful. 1, 2, 3, it's not enough volatility. We don't like this, so I would actually wait for 4-hourly chart, something to happen there, like either break of support and resistance is set up below here. If it's bouncing and breaking the 2 to 3 line, then you can still count it as a 1, 2, 3 target in the highs, using of course a 5-minute chart for an entry. Yeah. GBP JPY broke the support. If you look at the daily, on the 1-hourly, we had a retracement back to only the 12. Yeah, only to the 12, and then first bounce on that line, and then because price is sitting on this, it would be an aggressive entry if you use your 5-minute filter. What you had is a retracement back to the 36. You had an entry here with a stop of about 20 pips plus spread, so it would be a win-win scenario in GBP/JPY, but it took a while. It was not that volatile, right? And that's the only thing you got here so far, so now you need to wait for another one. Euro Australian dollar, from the weekly chart, it's going down and down and down, getting back into this ranging zone. Now on the daily chart, there's the break, and this happens. You had your first daily 1, 2, 3 against the main trend. Right now we don't have any retracement, so price could easily hit 633, then starting to retrace. So what we need on the 4-hourly, this is right now your guide. What you need is really price coming back ideally to that area on the 4-hourly chart, because here we have the best history so far, and because of the volatility, price did only retrace back to the 36 on the 1-hourly chart. Okay. And if you go to your 5-minute chart, didn't see anything really. This happened, no setup, over the below the 200 only this, and this is really not looking like a nice 1, 2, 3. So not easy to trade. I don't blame you if you didn't take any trades here. Yeah, I wouldn't take it myself. It just doesn't look good. So ideally we want to see a retracement back to here if we can get it at some point. Euro yen, we have some volatility here. Price is pushing. Only the 4-hourly chart is really, you know, pointing down. Again, a retracement only to the 12 on the 4-hourly, on the 1-hourly to the 36, and then on that break we got our 5-minute 1, 2, 3. Again, this is one of those examples where an entry appears below 0.2 on the 1, 2, 3 because of the volatility, yeah, and the lower time frame. So it's not the classic smooth 1, 2, 3. It's more of an aggressive fast move down. It's a win-win scenario as well. You can leave the last lot running, and then you target. We have already the 633 here, so it might start bouncing. If not, the lows here would be your target, right? GBP, US dollar cable gave us a daily 1, 2, 3. Here's your resistance line at that point now. 36 retracement, but it was not that volatile. It didn't look really that great to trade off the daily chart, right? So if you check 4 hourly, looks like this. There is nothing yet, so you don't need a 1, 2, 3 here. On the 1 hourly, below that line, no retracement, nothing. So just combining the daily with a 5 minute or something would have been a little bit aggressive, and it's probably difficult to spot. I didn't touch it, by the way, and there was nothing. Yeah, there was something here, but it's not really retracing to the 36. Then everything else was very steep, not easy to follow. Yeah, therefore wait for a retracement on the 4 hourly chart, like a 1, 2, 3, and then use it with your filter. And then we have also the Australian dollar, US dollar, which we actually waited for this 1, 2, 3. It took whole day here, and now it's a little bit late. Sorry. And what we actually got, and this is a tricky one, is no real setup because of the crossover. Then you get one here again on the break. Okay, very difficult to spot with an entry here, stop about 10 pips plus spread, price moved up 15, and now it came all way back down, so it will probably kick you out. But remember, we have a 10 pips plus spread. Now also, if you look at this one, that looked okay. You have a double top, yes, but it's still a 1, 2, 3. You even had an entry. So taking this one with a stop of 10 pips plus spread would kick you out at that point. Yeah, so there was a 5 minute, like a 4 hourly 5 minute combination that didn't work out. Also, what we always try to do is find a 36 in combination with something else, right? Ideally a trend line. So the trend line, it's only 2 touches, is still far away, so it wouldn't surprise me if price wants to come back to this point and then start bouncing. Yeah. So if you tried this, it didn't work out, it's over. Don't try it again. It's not volatile enough. Okay. And then we have Australian dollar yen, which has a 1, 2, 3 in making. 4 hourly 1, 2, 3. It's the third 1, 2, 3. It's not coming back yet to the line. The 633 is here. Maybe you get later on something on the 5 minute, but again, in our time, in the European time zone, for instance, I wouldn't touch it. Not enough volatility anymore. Yeah, it's just too late for intraday trading. I guess most of you would agree. And then we have also CHF yen, which again had like a big 4 hour 1, 2, 3 yesterday. That's already over. Price went down 150 pips. Everything else retraced only to the 36 on the 1 hourly. Still very a lot of opportunities, and here was another break earlier today, and after that break you had your 1 hour 5 minute entry chance here between 0.2 and 3 on this short 1, 2, 3. Stop of about 15 pips. Price went down about 20, so it's not even a win-win yet. We had volatility here, but now it's getting slower. It needs patience here if you're in there. Of course, price moved already a lot on the 4 hourly. Daily looks like that. Maybe it moves lower later on in the Asian session. Maybe not. Maybe wants to retrace. Doesn't matter. You know how to manage your trades, right? Now it's also Monday. Monday is usually a little bit lazy. Hopefully tomorrow we get some good setups again to trade. I hope that helped. Guys, I'll see you in the live room later on this week. Yeah, bye for now.